Hi, everybody. It's Ben with Ben's Brick Designs. Happy Thursday. I hope things are going well for you. I'm going to do a little side work over here to get um, the Facebook thing going. And while I do that, I'd like to talk to you about something that happened to Beth and I today. We got our landlord sent us a message saying that the property she currently lived at, hang on one second, was being sold, so she had to move, and since she owned this property, and since our lease is going to be up at the end of June anyway, we have to move out by the end of June. So I'm not happy about that because we really thought we would be here for a while, and we were actually considering at some point buying this house, but now it kind of doesn't seem like it matters because we have to move in 2.5 months. So this is going to eat up a lot of hi Glenn. This is going to eat up a lot of Lego time. It's going to eat up a lot of wedding time and funds. It's going to be a lot to handle in the next couple months. To that end, this may be my last, for a couple months, stream in this sort of setup. I might do something a little more portable, maybe just off my laptop and working with Studio and have my phone for some chat responses. But a lot of this whole thing is going to have to be packed up pretty quickly. So yeah, so that's that. So if things are a little light, and I realize I only stream once or twice a week as it is, so if things are a little lighter than that, I apologize. And for those who watch regularly, I hope that you will continue to be a fan later, come July or August or whenever it picks back up. Amidst everything else that's happening, I just think this is the shittiest timing of all. So anyway, moving on to brighter and happier things. This was donated to the channel today, Stock Ale by Guinness. It's a Boulet bourbon barrel. I've had this one before. Oh my god, that's boozy. And it is one of my favorites. And I also have this is what we need right now, is a little more cheer. So in case I run out of the bourbon barrel one. Also, tomorrow's Good Friday, so I don't have to work tomorrow. I've been working from home, but you still work from home. So anyway, here's some things that I've built. So the last time I streamed, we did the Stinger Mantis from Jedi Fallen Order, and this is the result. I think it turned out really rather well. I even got a kind of a faux Cal Kestis in there. The wing does rotate independently of the fuselage, so I'm really happy about that. And also, and this I have to take the stand off. I'll take it off the stand because this will take a little bit of doing. But because it's that hinge or that click joint, it also technically, you can bend it into an L, and it's in its landing position. So I think this worked out really well. I think this was a good model, and the stand that I've got is one of the planets, and it's not done yet. I have to replace that gross light gray instead of light blue gray. Anyway, it's one of the first planets you go to after you get picked up by the crew. It's supposed to have a little critter on it, and then it's got these big circular areas of stone with lots of gray stone and green grass, so that's what that's supposed to be. Anyway, Baby Shikes, how's it going? Oh, hey, thanks for coming by, man. I love seeing the chats on Mixer. I appreciate you coming by. Interesting sounding baby language, yeah. So yeah, so that's good. So we've got that, and then I did, since everybody's doing Zoom backgrounds or Zoom meetings now. I'm going to be careful holding this up because it's not really attached. But this would be one of the backgrounds that I had for my meetings. It's a little classic space thing. I took a picture of it all laying down. They're not really connected. They're just kind of floating on here. But you can do virtual backgrounds on your virtual meetings now. So I got the idea from a Lug member, and so I did my own spin on it. It works out okay if you've got green screen in the background, which I tried with a green tablecloth. It's like an olive green, doesn't work really well. This is also something that I did for Seder. We had a Seder with some friends, and so I built this because we couldn't get an official Seder plate. So this is the Seder plate that I built for Passover, and it's got the shank bone, the egg, the bitter herbs that just fell, bitter herbs, the maror, the vegetable, the horset, and the shank bone. I'm not Jewish. I know 3 or 4 of my friends are, and so we do Seders with them, and so I thought this would have been a fun thing. What's up, NASCAR? Thanks for coming by. And talented bowl, despite the colorfulness of the greetings in the chat, I welcome you nonetheless. This is another project I'm working on. I'm going to talk about it here because it's not done, but I may not be able to talk about it until later. But we're also doing a project for our user group in which everybody gets a base plate like this, colors the outside in white or just has a white base plate, and then in the shape of Texas does a mosaic. So I'm trying to do a lenticular one, and I don't think you're going to be able to tell until I get all the pieces. But it's going to be, if you look at it one way, it's going to be a armadillo. And if you look at it the other way, it's going to be a bluebonnet. So I don't own a lot of these cheese pieces in these cheese slopes in blue. So I had to order a lot of blue and green. I did have a lot of tan. So that's going to be done probably this week because I just ordered the parts. So I'm very excited about that. So that's all the projects that I've been working on. And the next big project is basically going to be packing it all up. I don't think I've ever done a live broadcast of all the nonsense over here, but it's extensive. I don't know if I showed this one. We did some modulars. I did a quick modular before the meeting, and it's empty inside and this doesn't come off, but we needed to use certain parts. So that's the front, back with a little garden and a porch. It goes with my other 8-wide beach house or lake house. So I might do a series of these 8-wides. This one does come apart, so I'm a little careful of it. And it's got furniture inside it and stuff. So I thought that turned out pretty well. So I'm going to keep that together. All right. Moving on to the project tonight. The project tonight, the Friends build went great. Thank you for asking. It's over yonder. It went pretty well, and it was a really fun set to do. I learned a couple unique things that I incorporated into later builds of my own, so that was nice. So the next build that I'm going to be working on, a friend of mine commissioned me to do a build of his house. He doesn't have a mansion or anything, but he really likes his house, so he asked, and he has a bunch of Lego sets. He's got some architecture sets and a lot of the Chinese New Year sets and things like that. He's really, very house proud. So I'm going to do a design based off his house, and it's just going to be on 2 32 by 32 plates. So we're just going to start by getting some 32 by 32 base plates. It's just like a small 2-bedroom house or 1-bedroom house or something like that. Yeah, Glenn, lenticular. I didn't think it would work as well as it did. I don't have the design up here. I should show you, but on the design itself, when you turn it, it looks really good. I'm really, really pleased with it. The shininess in real life is going to be a problem, but I think it would work better as a 48. 32 is kind of it's a little small, but we'll just see how it rolls. So yeah, this was something that a friend of mine wanted to work on with me. He's like, whatever I can do. And I'm like, it's not much you can do. Just send me pictures. And he sent, I don't know if you saw that, but he sent like blueprints. So I know what the plot of the land looks like. And some of the, because, you know, the front of it's really nice. It's got a nice bit of landscaping, and the window work is really nice. So, you know, I think it'll be kind of fun. I don't think it'll be anything super challenging. It is, after all, kind of just like a house, you know. But I told him that I would try to, even at this scale, try to make it a little more, little interesting. Trying to figure out. This always does this with these base plates. Yes, someone's being kind of weird on Mixer. Do you see that on Facebook?
I'm not looking on Facebook. It popped up on my Mixer.
Oh, yeah.
Being a little racist.
Yeah. You know, I don't have a moderating thing on there, so they're welcome to.
You're good for more.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Somebody did ask a legit question, so that was cool. Yeah. I don't mind it. I mean, it doesn't ruin my day. The day we've had, I'm not, you know, I'm glad people are watching. I don't. What's this link for? What's the point of it? It looks super cool. Which link are you talking about, NASCAR? All right, so this is going to be rather small because the house sits on. I told him this 32 by 32 may be too small, but we'll give it a shot. All right. So. You can see from this, the house kind of sits at this very small area, but we'll throw down some long 1 by 16s maybe, just to see. And since these are going to be blue, we'll color them blue. Might be a nice Merrick blue or something. Depends on what color we can get. See, that's only available in blue, so we'll have to change that out depending on the color. Not that one. It goes to about there by the looks of it. Maybe one over. Oh, the software I'm building up? What's up, Deppy? Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. The link is basically, I mean, the software is basically a piece of software from Bricklink called Studio or Stud.io. Alright, so I blocked a couple people. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. Yep. What's up? What's the hops? Thanks for coming by. I can't see any of the previous comments. If you've commented recently on YouTube, it got pushed to the top by some nefarious, less than nice people. So I just went ahead and blocked them. I'm probably going to get some hate for my 5 viewers, but you know, whatever. So let's do 1 by 4. We're going to just do a bunch of these. Your mom and dad are both on, Beth. Beth says hi. I'll cover blue. In fact, what colors can we... So I'm going to try to match his house. His house isn't really blue. It is sort of a bluish gray, and I don't know what point it turns gray into the back. But this is like a... It's like a really... It might just be dark gray. But it's got like a blue tinge to it, so I don't know what color to do that in. What's up? Hey, Synthetic Mason. How's it going? I shall refrain from calling you your in real life name. Where do you get the name Synthetic Mason, by the way? I'm guessing because you work in plastic bricks and you are a builder. You are a mason of the plasticness. That's just a guess. Dark bluish grayish. Yeah, I know, but I'm not sure if that's... I mean, we can give it a shot. Let's just go ahead and do it so I don't have to think about it later. Dark bluish gray. It looks darker than that, like a really dark indigo or something. But let's try that. Again, this is going to be like really small. I don't know that with the whole plot of land, I'm going to get any details in this house. Because there's like all kinds of gardening, landscaping out here. There's a driveway, carport. And of course, I'll have to do like a 4-wide car because, you know. I think this just may be too small. Oh, Alexa, you so crazy. That's fine. I really wish base plates would line up. Does anybody know why that happens? I lay bricks of ABS. Yes, yes, yes. Base plates tend to lay really funny in stud IO, and I do not know why that is. So this is all kind of experimental because I don't know exactly when. You're living in Taylor now. A lot of great houses out here. Nice. Are you gonna build them? You're gonna hit people. You're gonna hit. I'm talking to people online. You're gonna hit people up for their. Say, hey, you got a nice house. You should let me design that out of Lego for you. Get some mad cash. So. That's the front. There is a window. It looked like a windowsill. Nope, don't want to comment. Just went back and forth. Looks like there's a lip under all the windows. So, rail plates. These come in dark gray. We're really close together here. There's a few I want to build just because of the older design to them. Yeah, doing more modular stuff. I actually started pulling designs and elevations for the Driscoll. I think I'm going to try to do the Driscoll next. Um, it doesn't seem like even minifig size, it would be, I mean, minifig size, it would be pretty hard to do. But because it's 5 stories, 6 stories, and, um, you know, it's a good half a city block. So 600 feet, something like that. But I think it'd be a fun challenge to do minifig size, because then you can do all kinds of stuff. Like you can have it built in sections, so you can kind of remove floors and kind of look at everything. You can have guests, you can have people in the lobby, you can have people on the street outside on 6th Street. There's a haunted room in there, or a couple haunted areas. You can kind of put some ghosts in there, or whatever the story is. I think that'd be kind of fun. So let's do 1 by 2 plates. I may trash this all tonight, but you know, something to do. Again, if you missed it, synthetic mason. I mentioned at the top of the show that our landlord has decided that we need to move. So we have till the end of June to move, and I'm a little bit out of shape because we had like this mental image of us being here for years. Like we were considering buying the house and all this kind of stuff. And so that's going to suck because we have to pack up Lego. It's going to eat into our wedding funds. It's going to be all crap. So I'm not really happy about that. But so I'm just doing this as kind of a last hurrah kind of thing because I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this a whole lot over the next couple months. What I might do is try to do those videos I keep talking about within, you know, building the small microfighters kind of step by step as I pack them away. See if there's any window pieces that just scream out. So I kind of sad that I had to like block people on my channel. I don't know where they came from. I don't know who hosted or who, you know, if they just followed the link and came here and was like, yeah, this is stupid. But I don't know. I try to ignore it for as long as I can, and then I just, you know, fall back on my moderating days of comic book message boards, comic book artist message boards, where people would come in and just be awful, awful people for no damn reason. It's like, do you really have nothing better to do? Nothing is screaming at me on these windows. Nope. These are more portholes than anything. I don't like that. Just make, on top of everything else that's happening right now, it's just like, really, do you got to be that person? I mean, I don't know you from Adam, but why you got to be like that, man? And I could be double paned. I don't know how to get double paned in there, unless I build like a frame, but that's going to take so many bricks, and that's wood, so that's got to be. Before all this, I was working at the bar Shangri-La, and I've been gathering parts to build a mock of the bar. Cool. That kind of was going with the house in Taylor. There's a real great spot on Main Street that's half business, half home. Yeah, you should do that. And if you get it done, you should ask them to pay you for it. And then they can stick it in their bar. Or stick it in their, whatever the business is. And that's kind of a brown, dark orange color. Nope. I Not even a tan. And these look like, well, you know what I should have been doing? This is dumb. I don't know why I wasn't doing this. Replace all of these with masonry bricks. Derp, derp, derp. I don't know what this music is. I'm not opposed to it, but I'm a little like, is this really what I want to be listening to right now? Add a dream Fallout shelter to this. Hi, Comic Tropes. Hi, Chris. How are you? Chris, when you do videos, do you monitor, I think I asked you this, do you monitor your own comments? Do you look at your own comments? Do you have somebody that does that for you? That was intense. I need way more alcohol in this. Give it one more full bathroom. Yeah, this building houses always makes me think, or designing buildings like this always makes me think of Fallout Shelter. Nope, the person who is in this room doesn't have enough skill. We need him to work on the elevators. Wait, I gave my sister mod powers. Chelsea Burris in the Facebook. Not sticking around, I'm sure, but hi nonetheless, if you're here. 1 by 8 plates. So how's everybody doing with their staying in place kind of thing? Have the ability to work from home at all, or do you have to go out? Are you an essential person? I mean, I know everybody's moms think they're essential. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe except for Chris. I kid. I have to say I kid because one of these times someone's going to go, my mom is dead. And I'll be like, that sucks for me. I'm very sorry that I said that then. All right. Ooh, it's got that weird sort of thing right here. It's going to be interesting. But let's build up to that, shall we? Stuck at home, furloughed. Oh, that sucks, Chris. That sucks. My stepmom got furloughed too. I think she got like, I don't even know if there's any pay in that, like 60% or something like that. Here you go. This is what I'm drinking. Right now it's a Guinness Bullet Bourbon Barrel Aged Ale. It's very yummy. I don't even know what the ABV on this is. 10%, so cheers. Oh, let's see. I think I'm just going to do... Yeah, this is a little weird because it's just offset enough. So you could do... I'm going to get fancy real quick. Jumper. Because I have to be able to use parts that I know have the right colors. And I know this is a newer one, yes. And I can do that in that color, yes. And then you do 1 by 1 tile. And it can be in that color, yeah. Oh no. Yes. And who's... Oh, my friend Aaron just went up on his channel. He's going to be playing stuff. I just like it. My mom is on the front line, so I'm with my dad until things get better. That sucks, NASCAR. I'm really sorry to hear that. Glenn, you still go to HEB in the rain? What is wrong with you, my friend? What was I going to do? You got to stay home, man. You got to fight it. Bingo. 1x4. Oops. I should have this staggered for construction reasons. I am, after all, a mason. 1 by 1. There we go. Yeah, you want to kind of try to alternate these so it makes a corner, so you're not using corner bricks all the time. You just get a bunch of stuff. For the ledge above the window, there's a long piece that has studs along one line and a flat ridge that extends out. It is often used for edges on creator corner stuff or imperial ships. There's a long piece that has studs along one line and a flat ridge that extends out. Oh. This piece right here, this guy, right there, is that the one you're talking about? Hey, doofus, your link on Twitter was wrong. Was it? That's my other actual friend Mason. Actual friend Mason in real life meets synthetic Mason, who also kind of in real life. I've only hung out with him once, but he's a super cool dude. His name's not really Mason. I honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. I forget what your name is. I think Travis. I think that's right. Please forgive me. It's been almost a year since whatever it was, Brick Fiesta. TwitchTV.com/Ben's Brick Designs. Is that not right? What did I put if that's not right? Oh, balls. Well, that's why nobody comes. I don't know why it did that. I have that saved like that. Oh well, doesn't matter now. Thanks for catching that, though. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm pretty bad at it. I am using the piece right now, Chris, for the window ledges. There are window ledges under here, and they're going to be all the way around. So I'm going to use those pieces for the window ledges. And right now I'm going to do a 1x3 plate because I foresee tying up that corner with another plate. So I'm being haunted by all my... this is going to have to be all the way across now to get that, isn't it? Yep. I should play myself out. Zing! I mean, that's what Beth said. Nobody comes because you're so bad at it. Oh, Mason. You do slay me, sir. Perfect. Zing. I should play myself out. I think I lost Synthetic Mason. I apologize, Synthetic Mason, if I indeed have offended. Patile. It's like tile you buy in Pflugerville. See, then that leaves that little bit right there. Oh, God. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? What I'm going to do right now is not effing worry about it. So I was rushing a little bit to get here today because I bought Death Stranding. And been playing that a lot. I'm on Facebook now! Synthetic Mason? Travis. That's what I thought. I remembered it because there's the Travis brick, right? And I was like, that's fortuitous. The 1x1 with the 4 studs on the outside. That's great. Mason Petros, now on YouTube. Thanks for coming, man. I am making Joel's house. So you know Joel, right? This is Joel's house. He asked me if I would make a Lego set of his house. He's very house proud, and it is a nice place. So he was wondering if I could do that. So he sent me all these photos, and I'm going to try to do it. He's got a limited space on the coffee table in the main room there, but I don't think this is going to be. This might work. I'm not going to be able to be super detailed with it, but it'll be fun doing the fiddly bits in the front with the plants and the landscaping and stuff. So we'll see. We shall see. So then, let's see. Don't have a really good shot of. Oh, there's a pretty good shot. So this is an immediate other window here. So we'll have to do that and that. So this is something I want to get on. Your favorite part? I bet it is. There's no part called the bend brick, and if there is, it's probably like something that somebody messed up. Anyway, what I was saying earlier is that I've been playing Death Stranding. It went on sale. Oh, I got it. No, that's wrong. It went on sale this week, or late last week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's all going to be replaced anyway. And so I've been binge playing that for the last few days, and it's not what I would consider a hopeful game. It is a bit dark. There's a lot of depth. There's a lot of solitude. There's a lot of just walking by yourself. What? Oh, without groove. Oh, stupid. I don't even want to know these tiles that don't have grooves in them anymore. Dumb. Twitch is not your favor. There's no Lego category. Yeah, I know. There is an in real life category, I think is what I've tried to stick it on, and there's a creative one, and there's just no. I thought there was a Lego one. I know other people do Lego. They do this on Twitch. This is what they do. I don't think there's one on Mixer either, but Mixer's kind of. I think Mixer's kind of dying off. I don't know. All right, so, oops. So then we've got a stretch until we get to the other windows. Let's just call it here. Just gonna get rid of that. Get rid of that. Four plates. And this is more people than I've ever had on this thing, so if I miss a chat, I apologize. I'm going to try to keep up. I've seen some great builds that either folks have done for that game. Oh yeah, have you? I bet like the bikes are great, the vans are great, just the suits that he wears and all the equipment and all that. You could probably build a lot of the little carriers for everything. I'm stuck in a level right now where he's fighting off. He's back in the second time that he's now in the war. And it's just so weird. Like, I don't have any idea. No, that's not going to work. The door has to go in there. Don't you dare miss a single chat! Hey, man. Mason, thanks for coming by, man. I appreciate it. And thanks for the offer of, like, help and stuff with the move and whatnot. We've been talking to Sandra actually a little bit, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully, we can find something in this neighborhood to either buy or rent. I'm okay with either. I don't want to have to be forced into buying something, but rates right now are pretty good. Glenn, it is called Death Stranding. It's oh fuck, what's the dude's name? Kojimi. He's kind of a famous game designer, and I think he did like Gears of War or something. Anyway, Norman Reedus is in it. Mads Mikkelsen's in it. Mads Mikkelsen. A couple other people that I kind of recognize. Guillermo del Toro's got a part in it. It's a game where there's been a catastrophe. I think it needs to be longer if the window. Yeah, let's just make it a little longer. It doesn't have to be this short. Yeah, the backyard doesn't need to be that big. Let's just push it a little bit. It is a post-apocalyptic type of game, but the apocalypse... I realize my Facebook one is frozen. The apocalypse that happens is some sort of catastrophic event that kills a lot of people and leaves... NASCAR, thanks for the 400 sparks, man. I appreciate that. Kojima, yeah. It's very sort of, you're looking through the veil kind of thing. And there's, actually I didn't need to do that. I'm just going to move it. You start out as this person who is basically a courier. And let's go 6 to start. I'm going to get rid of these because I don't know. You're basically a courier, but you are currying not only goods and information and services and things like that, packages and things like that, but you're also taking technology to relink up the shattered infrastructure that is the United Cities of America. And it's in this weird sort of shortly into the future, like maybe about 20 years, 15 years. It's a commentary on interconnectedness and the lack that we have of connectedness with other people. So it's got kind of a subliminal message to it, but at the same time, it's very overtly anti consumerism, and it's not about the things; it's about the people. It's very cool. But it's weird. It's just so weird. I'm digging the heck out of it. Beth has no idea what I'm doing. She's still not playing. What's its nuts? Animal Crossing. NASCAR. The model looks tedious, or the game looks tedious? Because there's arguments to be made for both. I don't think a 3-wide door is going to cut it, y'all. Need a PS4, though. Oh, yeah. By the way, it's a PS4 game. You should get a PS4. They're going to be cheap soon. Because PS5s are coming out. Maybe we'll push this one more. So it could be 4. I can get a door in there. Oh man, don't leave me like that. Even that bass drop. Oh yeah, it is kind of a it is a walking inventory maintenance game. It's got like, if you just want to watch the cutscenes, go to YouTube and just watch the cutscenes, because the story is Um, the story is actually really fascinating, but the gameplay itself is kind of like, oh god. But I mean, it keeps it kind of interesting because you're not just. It's not like Red Dead Redemption. It's a bit like Red Dead Redemption, where you're basically walking these long stretches across really beautiful, well-rendered landscapes. But there's two main threats that you're going to encounter because you're basically walking from point to point. I will try to add a toilet inside. Lego Geek, hi man, how's it going? Um, where was I? Oh, so the two threats are these things called BTs, which is short for beached things. And the idea is that there's the living and the dead, and in between there's a place called the beach, where things that haven't quite yet died linger, and you can kind of see them if you are a special kind of person, right? And your character is one of those special kinds of people, and you can see that they're also tethered, so they have yet to let go. They're unable to let go, and so if you get trapped by these things, they will pull you down into the tar, the muck, and you kind of go into this beached world where these giant creatures attack you. And if you don't survive it, it craters the whole thing. It's called a void out, and it just explodes in this giant catastrophe. And so you can ruin an entire part of the world if you don't survive. So basically, all you're doing is running, because sometimes you can take care of the monsters and sometimes you can't. But it's trippy. It's so weird. The writing's really good. Like it's not stilted video game dialogue. Norman Reedus is kind of like, he's not. I wouldn't say. Oh, geez, that's rather tall. I wouldn't say he's the best for this role, but at the same time, I enjoy watching him kind of grunt and walk around and not, and just kind of be him. It's fun. I'm not sure what I want to do for the next game, though, because I do want to get one after this. Lego Geek, I'm not great. We got told today that we have to move by the end of June. We're not being like evicted or anything, but we are renting, and our landlord is also renting a property in which she has a business. And the people who own the land under that business are basically selling the land. So her business has to close and she has to move off the property, which means she's coming back to the property she owns, which is our house. So we have to move out. It's a stupid, sucky situation, and it's kind of at the absolute worst time to happen. But, nothing we can do about it. I mean, we can't fight it. Our lease would have been up in June anyway, so it's just like we're not getting our lease renewed. And so it sucks. So the next couple months are going to be a lot of moving and a lot of. That's still even too big. Doesn't look right either. These may have to go up a little bit. I wish they were taller. I wish I could get taller ones. They're 1x2 frame. So it's not scammy. It's just kind of like a really shitty situation. I don't even know. Maybe I can get away with doing. I know that sounds like kind of a fine line. It's not scammy. It's just that's the situation. This is going to have to be with the. It just sucks because it's like right in the middle of this whole pandemic, and it's going to, paying for movers and moving vans and resetting up utilities and all. I mean, just it's going to suck, and it's going to eat into the wedding funds that we've saved, put aside for the wedding. So it's just not great. So hopefully, if I'm going to try to keep doing this, because I can do this pretty simply. I may not have the nice lights, I may not have a nice place to do it for a month, but I might try to keep doing this as is. I don't know if that's going to work either. That's still not tall enough. Oh, wait, now it is. Look at that. That might be better. It's not a perfect frame, but I'm going to see what he thinks of it. Plus, they are a little taller, but now I have to go back and redo that, which that's not going to be that hard. Starting to have memories of Cap. Oh, you know what? Shit. I need a switch for Animal Crossing. Yes, you do, Glenn. Yes, you do. Nope. Yeah, we're trying to find a house in this neighborhood because I want to stay close to my kids. And honestly, our neighbors to one side of us, we became really good friends with them. Like we were just walking to each other's houses and watch TV shows together and play games and stuff. And now it's like I'm hoping we stay in the same neighborhood so we don't lose that. But at the same time, it won't be like, yep, we're staying. Are we close enough that we can walk to each other's houses, or do we have to like leave and drive a car or something? I don't know. It's just this is not what I wanted to do this year. I had so many other plans. I was gonna really try to push the channel a little more. I don't know how, but I was gonna try. Do some just basic recorded videos and some other stuff. Kind of doesn't matter now. And I don't mean to be defeatist, and I don't mean to be like digging on anybody. It's not anybody's fault. It's just a thing that is now happening. So we got to make the best of it. So the good news is we might try to buy a house, which is kind of something we were wanting to do anyway, but we weren't kind of ready for it. We were going to get married first and then buy a house. It still looks good, right? I think he missed my comment. I'm talking about the thing platform that you're building looks tedious. Oh, that's all right. I mean, it's kind of mindless. I kind of like doing this kind of stuff. So I don't know if you know anything about this channel or this person, but I did a project last year, over the last couple of years, that involved the Capitol building in Austin. And that took about a year and a half of basically this, of just putting down masonry bricks and putting in places for windows and the like. So it is tedious, but it turned out to be a really fulfilling project that is now sitting in the visitor center at the Capitol building, and it's some 65,000 pieces. So it's tedious, but it can pay off if you work at it. And I'm sure when designers do modulars and stuff for Lego or for their own bit, I mean, designing this kind of stuff, the walls are tedious, but the fun part's in figuring out how to make it look like you want to make it look, and this isn't going to be exact because the bricks at this level are chunkier. If I had a 48 by 48 plate, we could be a little more detailed with it. And the fun comes in trying to figure all that stuff out. For me. I mean, for other people, maybe not. They just want, if you just want to get a set and build it, then do it. If you like following instructions, I like following instructions every once in a while. Mindlessly sitting there and just putting stuff together, that's great. What do you do with the build when done? So I've got this again. This is for a friend. Once I'm done designing it, I will upload it to a website called Bricklink, which is basically a second or a third party reseller of Lego bricks. It's people open their own shops. It's kind of like an Amazon or an Etsy, but it's your own brick, right? And you sell it, and people buy it from you in bulk sizes if you get a lot of it, or just individual parts. So I'll upload this whole design, the list of parts, to that site, and then my friend can go buy it all, and then when I'm done with this, I'll make instructions on how to put it together, and he can follow along, or since I know him pretty well, I'll just bring my computer over and we can spend time just kind of putting it together once we get all the bricks. So it really depends. Like, I've designed little stuff like this in Studio, and I've got 200 or so of these designs for Star Wars microfighters. So I'll go through it, I'll design it, I'll upload it, I'll get a wish list for it. If I don't have the parts, I'll buy the parts, I'll put them together. Most of the sets I buy, I just put them together once, and then I'm like, that's great. And then I take them apart and sort all the brick. So now all that brick is to be used as like painting, paint for a painter. The problem with doing commissions like this would be that you often are going to ask a person to, that's going to be all the way around. You are often going to ask a person to not only, ideally if you're doing this as a commission, you would ask to be paid for the design, the time it takes to do the design. But then it's hard to justify that, because then the person asking also has to buy all the bricks for it too, and that's not cheap. The capital probably cost $6,000-$7,000, maybe less, maybe more. I'm not really sure. A lot of it was donated. A lot of it was bought by a company that helps out with our local group. I did a design of a drone fighter for a friend, and the parts alone cost like $140, and it was like a 600-piece set. And I didn't charge her for doing the design or the instructions, because she was kind of a person I kind of knew, but at the same time, I'm like, I just haven't figured out how to charge somebody for this. Like, it takes so long to do something like this that you can't really say, well, it took me a month to design this, and at $20 an hour, which is my going rate as a cartoonist or a comic book artist or something like that, I can't charge you. That's going to be thousands of dollars just to get the design done. So it's kind of, I haven't quite figured out how to do that yet. And this is only the second time somebody's asked me to make something for them. Unless you count like suggestions on Discord where people are like, do this shit. Okay, I'll do that shit. Alright, and this is going to be a problem, because this is going to be... So Glenn, you should watch the trailer for that game and see what you think. I think it's fantastic. I think it's a really weird game, and I just love the idea that even Kojima was like, I don't really know what it's about. It just kind of came together. Not really sure what it is. All right, so here's my issue now, because I want to make this stable. So I'm going to make these. I do know that Conan's in it. Conan has a bit role in it, and I remember that he was going to be in it because he did an interview with the creator. Let him into his compound to do like kind of a Q&A with people, and it was very cool. It was very unlike Conan to be not super jocular. Like he wasn't being flip and making jokes all the time. He did some, but at the same time, he seemed to be like really kind of in awe for where he was and who he was talking to. So that was nice. All right, so not too bad. I think. Keep trying to rotate this. So I don't think I'm going to be able to do an interior because I think there's not too much to the inside. I could probably make rooms, but like I know the front door goes here. There's kind of like a living room, a TV room here, dining room here, kitchen, bathroom, master bedroom, and then I think another room right here. I think. I didn't really go down farther into this hallway. I went into the bedroom because that's the last time we were there with a bunch of friends. We were watching like really crappy movies, and he's like, "Come see all the Lego I got." And so he had them all kind of set up like architecture sets and stuff, and that's about as far as I got. So I think it's just a one bedroom, maybe two, and this is another one over here. I think it's probably two because this is probably where one bedroom sits and the other one's kind of like that. Or maybe it's three and like this isn't, it's smaller than that. I don't know. Here's the other thing is I gotta get a door. What is that? Door frame, 1x4x4. I hope there's a door that fits in that. There is. What kind of door does he have on his house? That's the back side, and you can see this is going to be gray on the back, so I'll have to change that up. Is it raining again? Sorry y'all had to see that. Where was I? Looking for what the front door looked like. I don't think there's a picture of it. All right, Lego Geek. I may not be here next week, but I'll try. I appreciate that. I appreciate you being here this whole time, too. Oh, it's a funky blue door. Look at that. All right, so we've got to see. Those are the 4 doors that I have, right? So this may have to be a brick-built door. Because first of all, I don't think. Yeah. So. A lot of this may change depending too on like where it sits. If I have to pick the whole thing up and put some tiles down or what. So let's see. This may not be a actual door. This is going to be a brick built door. And this is going to be, that looks like Maris blue, right? And it doesn't come in that. Really? Medium blue. Medium blue, maybe? Seems a bit bright. What's blue? That's not right either. Sand blue? No. Alright, let's go with medium blue. It might look a little better when I get it all done. So then we're going to go boop boop. And these two are going to be translucent. How many stripes are on this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not going to be enough. Maybe. I don't know. Hmm. Yeah, I wish I could get these framed somehow. What I need is I need a rail. I need a 5 rail. I don't think I can do anything about that. Oh, Jesus. Maybe. Does this one come in that color? I think this is even longer. Yeah. Well, piss. Maybe it just doesn't get the double treatment. You know what I haven't done? Saved. Doing like an hour's worth of work. And I could have lost it. So I think the backside is going to be the whole backside like that. That's the one window. That's I don't know what that is. That's part of the house. Is that part of the garage? Oh, that's the back corner. That's farther down. Okay, I got you. Well, this whole back corner is then going to be, I'm kind of sad that I have to get rid of that. But that is all going to be the exact opposite, or not the exact opposite, but we're going to turn those around and they're going to be light gray. Same with this. And I still like the slats in the mason bricks. Has a nice kind of look like that. Alright, so there's only one window in there. Oh, it's got trim on it. It goes all the way down, of course. We're just going to do the same thing with these. And this guy doesn't have a rail. It's going to be the same height? No, it is not. I'm not even going to do that. It's going to be brick built. Nice and symmetrical. Although it looks like it's slightly off. Boop. Because, I mean, here's the middle. That's not the middle. So the fun part, yeah, I know. Thanks for being here, NASCAR. I appreciate it. I got a couple other people in Mixer maybe. Um, I got a couple people on Facebook, a couple people on I think YouTube, and then I put out the wrong link on Twitch, so there's nobody on Twitch. Um, but I am really glad you're here. Thanks for being here. Because if you weren't here, I would do this anyway, but it would be weird talking to myself. I think the next couple streams may be me and my fiance Beth doing makeup. I keep threatening to do that. Oh, this is going to be awkward. Let's just do 1x2 slope. We have a friend who does makeup, and so I was like, you know what we should do is we should stream me putting Beth's makeup on while you remotely tell me what I should be doing. I think that would be a hit. Come on, man, where is it? Mm-hmm. I think that's too steep a grade. Yeah, that's too steep. So 3x1. So what are you watching? What are you playing right now, NASCAR? What are you binging? If anything. I'm going to make an executive decision and do this in the middle. Oh, what do we got? We got about 20, we've got about 18 minutes left. So the problem now is that on the front part of the roof, oh, I hate roofs, because it has to be these things, or it's called, they're called roof corners, something. They're called different things. By 3. I know there's a 3x3. Yeah, there is. I have to do this guy. And I don't know what color his roof is. I'm going to guess it's dark. Like that. Nothing, just school and being lazy. So, not to pry, but are you in high school? My son is in high school. My daughter's in college. And they are both at their mom's house up the street. Stuck at home because pandemic. And he is hating it right now. Hating it but liking it at the same time because he has to. Everybody's got to be doing remote homework and remote lessons and stuff like that. So it's kind of a bum thing to work on or to be involved in. I think I can get away with that. But he also says that he's like, I get most of my work, I get the work for the week done in like an hour on Monday, and then I've got the rest of the week to play Fortnite or whatever he's playing right now. I think he's playing Animal Crossing too. Hangover too much? No. All right. So what colors can I get that in? And who's messing me? Freshman. Nice. Yeah, he's a sophomore. So you're about the same age. Oh. Yeah, I'm still on, Glenn. I hear a loud ping from your end. I've got a ping here too. Okay, so I'm gonna do this on this side and replace this. And this has to all be gray on the back. It's coming together. It's coming together. That has to be that 1x4. Yeah, because after this, I'm going to go back and play Death Stranding for like an hour, 2, maybe. And forget that this day happened, because, man, this day sucks. What just a shice of a day. So bad. I mean, it didn't start off as a bad day. I was getting some stuff done at work, and I was excited for the 3-day weekend coming up. Just, I don't know, man. It's just terrible. I know this goes against a lot of stuff, but I think I'm just going to run. Actually, gotta put a lane in here somewhere. Are you going to stream on Sunday? It really depends. I mean, it's going to be more of this maybe. If I get parts, if I get some I ordered a set from Lego. I ordered the internet. Here's the thing. I ordered the International Space Station from Lego, and that's at least 2 streams, maybe 3, of just working on that. But the problem is I have to start packing. And a lot of this stuff is going to be some of the first stuff I pack or the ongoing packing. So if I do build it, it's going to be like, I mean, I've got a couple webcams, and I can figure out how to like get some. I can clear up a lot of this stuff, and I could still stream for a little bit. But after a certain time, I probably am either just going to be doing this because I can do this with just one computer, or just not stream at all. So I don't know. We'll see. I will say I'm going to try to do it Sunday. So if you want to take off for any reason, feel free. And yes, I'll try to be back here at 8 o'clock on Sunday. So I appreciate you coming by, man. And if you haven't subscribed, I'd love the subscription. But I'm not, I don't think I actually have any Mixer subscriptions. I might have a couple. But I appreciate you coming by, man. Nice talking to some peoples. Get these other guys built out here. I'm going to show this to Joel tomorrow, and he's going to be like, oh my god, that's amazing. Actually, he won't be. So now, for those of you who are left, I'm going back to Shiner. Holiday cheer. This has been in my friend's fridge. They brought it over to me as payment for some packing tape. We're back to a barter economy, folks. Hey, do you have any bread? I've got some packing tape. Do you have any? Do you have any sourdough starter? I've got some toilet paper and some sanitary wipes and some Clorox or some hand sanitizer. I'll trade you some apples. It's just so weird right now. Oh, this may need to be a corner. Nope, it just comes to an abrupt halt in the back there. That's great for me. But it hangs over. That is not great for me. Oh, that's why that wasn't working. I hate when it does that. I have to figure out a new roof. If you will let me know on Instagram, at Tyler_Kramer. You know what? I'm going to look you up right now. I usually post something on Instagram. I for whatever reason, ran the F out of time today. I usually do a thing. Oh, yeah. I'm already following you. Sweet. Yeah, so if you're following me, then you should see the thing. It'll be like the thumbnail description, the thumbnail for the YouTube channel or whatever was in Mixer or whatever. I'll just post that on Twitter and Instagram and a bunch of other places, and it'll say, hey, I'm streaming tomorrow night, blah, blah, blah. And it'll have apparently links that don't go anywhere. So yeah, Sunday night should be here. I don't know what I'm going to be doing yet, but we'll play that piano when it's tuned. So yeah, that's that. This needs to go out like right here. And then I don't know what to do with the roof. I think I might have to build a roof instead of just hanging it over the edge like with these slopes. But I can use the slopes as foundation. That's what I'll do. And then I'll have a roof lay on top of it. Why is this 18 plus stream? Oh, hi, Woods Cloud 78, Woodsy Cloud 78. Just because it's 18 plus because I drink beer and I swear, and it's not geared towards children. I don't think there's oh yeah, it's okay. I think there's some distinction on YouTube where you can say, yes, the age range is 13 and up. There's like PG-13 kind of thing. I don't think I think it's either like 18 and over or 18 and under, right? I'm not advertising towards children. I'm not gearing this towards children. So I have to say it's 18 and up. That's why. That's as much as I know. If there's gradations in there, I would love an education on that. Because halfway through the stream, we're all going to get naked. That is not going to happen, trust me. You don't want to see this. Hey, Restream.io bot says I got 100 messages today with Restream chat. Milestone! Yes. So what I mean by build a roof is I'm going to use these as kind of like anchors, which means I'm going to have to build stuff inside here too. But instead of like just using slopes as the roof, I'm probably going to build something that is anchored at the top and then will like hinge down or hinges on both the eaves and the spine, but be like plate. So I can put tiles on it and stuff so I can get a good, the angle I want and the texture I want. And that way it can also hang over the side like this. There's no piece that just hangs over the side and is also, then I can also make this part white. So I can have a big white plate underneath. And then put other stuff on top of it. So, should work, right? Which means I can also take a bunch of 3x4 whatever and just line them up here. I don't really care. I'm 15. Yeah, I mean, I have to say that it's a certain thing, and then whatever. You know, if people want to watch, that's fine. I figured Lego. If it's Lego, it's going to bring in some people who aren't, you know, above 21 years old. But I think it's also their kind of liability thing. They don't want parents. They say, hey, you know what? I'm sorry your kid watched that thing where there was like a guy getting shot and then like a bunch of naked people, and you know they marked it as 18 and up. So I don't know what your kid was doing. That kind of thing. What am I using? The software. What am I using? So if you go to this site called Bricklink, and I was talking about this earlier. This is a site, and if that's not the question you're asking, then stop me. This is a site where you can go buy Lego. What's going on with Cheryl, Beth? What's going on with Cheryl? This is where you can go buy parts or sets. So if you wanted to look up a 1x2 brick with studs on the side, I think you can do that. You can go over here and you can say I want 30 of them in this color, and it'll show you stores that have that, and you can buy them there. So what I've done is all the designs that I've done is I've uploaded them all here, and so I've got mostly microfighters. So I mean, you can see how many microfighters I've got. And a lot of these are Legends ships, like they don't exist in anything but comics or books or games or something like that. So they also have an application called Studio or stud.io. And it's basically a CAD program with, instead of like drafting tools, it basically has a database of Lego brick. And so you're able to build this out. And so when you're done, then you can come in here and sign into your account and upload it. And you can make a wish list of all the parts so that you can buy all the parts. You sometimes don't get them all from one store, but you can get them mostly from, a lot of times you can get bulk orders from one place. I think that's 2 small windows. Oh, there's a back door. Okay, so let's do the same window over here. Do you know one that I don't have to download? Yes. There's one called, I think it's Mechabricks. I think it's all browser based. You can do basically the same thing in here. I think they have a download version, but I think you can also, I think you have to have an account. I have an account, but I haven't played with this a lot. I've got a lot of friends who do, and so yeah, here's the tools are going to be a little different, but it's kind of the same thing. But it's more CAD-like, so there's less. It's not as friendly to me, but you know you have to learn the tools a little bit. But it does have an equal, if not larger, database of parts. The rendering is also very good, and I think you can also do some animation with it. Not a lot. Well, no, you can. There's like some great videos of Lego things where it's like it's a stop motion, but it looks so fluid. It's like a container and it's pouring water into it, and every bit of every frame of the build is a build. It's not like it's just taking a brick and moving it. It's like a new build that it's animating. So every frame is a new model. It's fantastic, and I think that was done in Mechabricks. So, so check it out. It should be pretty easy to work with or figure it out. Yeah, leave the site. Box Commander, hey, what's up? What's up? How you doing? Thanks for coming at us over on the Mixer. We're doing some Lego and some beer. So I met this guy at a Lego convention here in Austin, and he's a very cool guy, and we got along really well, and we're both into like 80s stuff. And he, well, that's gonna have to go away. I think we're gonna have to do another brick built door, probably. That's gotta go. That's gotta go. That's gotta go. And where was I going with this? No idea. Must have been a lie. Oh, so I was telling him about the channel, and he's like, "Oh yeah, that reminds me of this one guy's channel. Maybe you've heard of it. It's called like Bricks and Brews." I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, they talk about Lego and they drink beer." And I'm like, "That's my thing, man. Are you kidding me? That's what I do." He's like, "Yeah, they've been doing it for a while." I'm like, "Oh, son of a, really? Ugh." Oh no, that's already good. That one has to be too wide. All right, get back over here. But I mean, the name was just super catchy, and I'm like, "Oh, you're kidding." They got a nice logo, and it looks like the Cheers logo. And... All right, well, it's 9:30. Box Commander, I hate to say it, but you hit it right at the tail end of the stream. But thank you for coming by. I appreciate it. I hope you're doing well. I know that everybody's kind of in the midst of doing different levels of being able to cope and handle whatever they're working on and their jobs and school, and it's just a mess. It's just an effing mess. Actually, I might be able to get away with doing an actual door here. Like 4 door. Frame. Take it easy, buddy. Hi, Rachel. Welcome to Bartertown. Yeah, exactly. Nope, this door is way too tall. Again. Mother puss bucket. There's a 3. Oh. I am not opposed to this. Is there a bit that goes in there? Huh. Well, I'll be schnickered. Needs to be translucent. It can't be translucent. Yeah, good night. It was good. Thanks for hanging out. It was good talking to you. Sunday night, 8 o'clock. I'll be here. Woody, thanks for coming by. Yeah, I think I'm going to wrap it up. I'm itching to get back to Death Stranding. So, yeah, I mean, this was kind of an interesting take. I'm going to get my friend the preliminaries and see what he thinks of this so far. Give him the idea that it's probably not going to be more detailed than this if it's going to be the whole plot. Because, I mean, you can see from here we still have a carport to do and some fencing and then some landscaping along here. I'll probably end up building it up so I can put a slope on this driveway. I think that'll look nice if it's kind of raised up a bit. So anyway, yeah, so get on tomorrow. Yeah, thanks, NASCAR. Thanks for the well wishes on the house bit. We'll know soon. If renting, we might wait till we get closer to the time we have to move out, maybe late May or something, to see what's opened up. If buying, we've got to start like right now, and I'm not looking forward to that. But Woodsy Cloud, I had an idea of like doing a 24-hour stream where I just have this plush doll that sings a Valentine's Day Despacito song, and then every time I get a new subscriber, I'll just play the song, and that's it. It's just a camera pointing to this plush all day. That's it. Nothing special. I don't have the cojones to like pull that off yet, but we'll see. So thanks for coming by. Box Commander, real quick before we go, how long have you been using Studio? Probably about 4 or 5 years, like a really long time. Like as soon as the program came out, I started using it. And I'll show you real quick what I used it to do, because I don't have the file with me. So it can be used to do giant stuff like this. So this is mine, and it now lives in the Texas State Capitol Visitor Center. It's 65,000 pieces, and I did it all in studio. I mean, my computer was like chugging. It didn't have it. I had to turn off like collisions, and I had to turn off snapping and all this stuff to make it work. But that's what now lives in a nice, pretty case in the Capitol. So I'm really proud of it. It's a good testament to the software. The software does really good work, so I'm very pleased with it. I haven't worked with Mecha Bricks, so I don't know. I don't know where any wheels are. They may not have a lot of stuff Studio does, so I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I will consider doing that live stream, 24-hour live stream of nothing but plush. And thanks for coming by, everybody. I appreciate it, and I will see you hopefully Sunday night. Take care. Wash your hands. Did I save this already? Save. Yes, I've saved it already. Wash your hands. Don't go out if you don't have to. Make sure you chat with your loved ones and do some remote gaming and some studio time or Zoom time or whatever. But thanks for coming by, and I appreciate it, and we'll talk to you soon.